Welcome back for another week where I am late to come and keep things. This is kind of just the brand at this point. I feel like I do good for a while and then I disappear. Now we're waiting for the app to open because what I've been doing is trying to open it and it keeps shutting down. Okay, so let's go back to the 24th, okay? Sunday. So I did a lot of reading over the weekend. One, it was peace talks for Ramadan, so that kind of contributed. But I ended up finishing my last two books for peace talks, which was the Twisted Ones and the Fourth Closet, which are issues 2 and 3 of the Five Nights at Freddy's trilogy graphic novels. They were both flops. And not good ones. These were bad flops. I think I did 2 and 1 or 1.5. I can't remember at this point. The first one I gave a 4, so the last two, I don't feel like they were necessary. We could have just skipped this. I wasn't feeling the vibes at that point, And it kind of, honestly, I forced myself to finish because they are relatively short, and I was just finish the graphic novel. Okay, you used a hoopla hole. I'll borrow, so you have to finish it. So I did. I've also maxed out all my hoopla borrows for March, but it's not that really big of a deal considering it's the 28th, I clearly haven't needed it that much. And then I did also finish The Last Mrs. Parrish, which did not count for peace talks, but is in fact one of the books I picked for Ramadan. I'm giving that one 5 stars. That was a phenomenal book. I really, really liked The Last Mrs. Parrish. And when I was logging it on Goodreads, which, I don't go to Goodreads very often, except for pretty much when I finish a book. And I found out, it said, number 1 next to the title. I was like, what do you mean? Is this a series? And I clicked on it. There's a sequel coming out this year. And I was like, oh, perfect. Because I really like this one. And I could totally see how this one could continue. And I mean, it also functions very well as a standalone. It's not like you're gonna die if there's not a sequel, but I'm very intrigued, and I kind of want to see if Amber and Daphne kind of become friends again, if they kind of unite, or what's gonna happen. Because they were friends, and then Amber is a scheming little bitch, so they are not friends. But you know what? Daphne kind of also is scheming. But she, cares about people, actually cares, Not enough about Amber, but I guess she kind of saw Amber as a, conniving bitch. I was like, great, you know what? You do you, girl. You take it. You put your plan into action, and I'll help you along. And then, Monday, I've been on crunch time trying to finish my NetGalley arc, which I will highlight further in a separate video because I would like to. It's going to be short, but I would like to highlight that separately. But I will say that I read a good 97 pages of it in one sitting, so it's going really well. And I'll tell you guys the title. It's The Smoke That Thunders by Erhu Kome, and it was honestly really good. It comes out on April 9th. The day after the eclipse that's going across the US. That's how I remember when I had to have it done by. So I've already written my typed review, and that is submitted. But yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to make a NetGalley spotlight series where every NetGalley book I read, I film a short little review video for it. I debated about doing shorts for it, but I feel like a short is going to be too short because I'm a talkative bitch sometimes, and I don't think I could cut it down enough, so I think it's just a short, I'm thinking under 10-minute video. My goal is kind of more a 5 to 6 minute video, but you know how I talk, so it may end up very, very much longer than that. Tuesday I did not do any reading. It kind of turned into a shit show at work. So, everything was going fine, and then, the afternoon hit, and I don't know what happened, really. Because some people are lazy, and, it's, 5:15, so we should have been gone by now. We still have, 3 patients, so it's, not horrible, realistically, we should have been able to whip through them, like, boom, boom, boom. Except for, you want to know what happened? He gets into the third last patient, and he decides, I'm going to do a surgery on them. Right now. What? You're going to do surgery on them right now. He didn't check for a prior authorization. Luckily, we didn't need one, so we will get paid for this. But not to mention, like, I don't have all the things. Like, he's lucky I found a 15 blade and not an 11. And because, like, pretty much all I had were 11s. He's lucky I found the one 15 blade we probably had in the office. I'm like, boy, we don't have the quote for this. He, like, totally went rogue on us. And then, you know, that kind of, like, put us, like, pretty far behind. So, I mean, we whipped through the last two, but, like, still. Bro. Wednesday, I actually did a lot of reading last night. It's Thursday right now, guys. For those who don't know, I mean, I guess you guys wouldn't know that, but it's Thursday. But last night, I did, like, a ton of reading. And I guess I really shouldn't say last night so much, as I started Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman on my way to work. So I worked in our other office, like, 40 miles away, so, you know, I got some good listening in. So I did get, like, 122 pages of that listened. It's, like, roughly, like, 35% in. So that's going well-ish. I mean, like, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I'm not super into witchy books. You know, like, they're not, like, my favorite things, which is kind of why I've never picked up any of Alice Hoffman's books. Because I don't vibe with the summaries, but, like, I'm doing this for a project that's coming out soon, so, like, I kind of need to read it. It's okay. I'm not, like, overly intrigued by it, but, like, it's not horrible. You know what I'm saying? And then, I had a long lunch break yesterday, like, an hour and 20 minutes. So, I luckily brought my iPad, and I read part of The Smoke That Thunders. I got a good chunk in. I got from, like, 50% to 80% on my lunch break. Because I went out and sat in my car, just so I'd be alone, but also it was kind of cold, so, like, nobody else was around. And no, I didn't turn the heat on in my car. I just sat in my car because, I mean, I really didn't start to get cold until, like, the last 15 minutes, and at that point it was like, girl, just tough it out for 15 minutes and then go outside, you know? I was fine. But then I got home and I finished that last 20%, and like I said, I got my review typed up last night, and that's submitted. And yeah, pretty much all I have to do is film my little video I want to do on it, which I was going to do tonight, but I don't think I'm feeling it tonight, so I only work a half day tomorrow because it's Good Friday, so I think maybe I'll just do it then. But, like, my plan when I get home from work is to take a nap first, because I think I'm really looking forward to a nap. So then that brings us to Thursday here, and I haven't read anything today. I had a lunch meeting. My sister came to shadow me this morning at work. So she hung out with me from, like, 8 to noon. I just sent her home at noon. And I was like, I'll write on your paper, though, that you were here till 3. That's fine. And I gave her money to get lunch, because we were going to get lunch together, but then, like, I had this lunch meeting that they scheduled. So I went to our lunch meeting instead. You know, because I had to. Also, we get paid for the lunch meeting, so, like, whatever. So I went and we had that. It's the first time I've ever had Firehouse subs. I've never had it before. It's like, it was kind of weird. Like, the meat was warm, but the bread was room temperature. Usually I'm used to the opposite, where the bread is warm and the meat is not warm. But, you know, it wasn't bad. And, you know, work was so graciously to put my request in right that, like, don't put tomatoes on the sandwich. I do not like tomatoes. Ugh. But that lets me, like, not getting any reading done during lunch, because we had this lunch meeting, and I didn't listen to an audiobook on my way to or from work, because I went to the other office again. So, you know, 40 miles one way, I would have got a lot of reading in. I was like kind of vibing with music today, so I listened to some music. But it's now Thursday night and it's like 8:30, so I kind of just want to like wind down and relax. And so my plan was to finally pick back up Prisoner of Azkaban and like get some more of that read. And I want to read a little bit of 11/22/63 yet tonight because I really would like to finish those this weekend. So here's to that. I think I've been talking long enough. Like, you guys have just like listened to me ramble forever now. So, let's just wrap it up here. Hello, welcome back again. Is it maybe Sunday night at like 9:40? Yeah, maybe. But you know what? It's Easter, and that'd be causing me to be like a smidgen late. And let me grab my iPad so I can tell you guys what we actually did. So Friday, I only worked half a day because of Good Friday. So I got home. Eleanor was super surprised to see me. We got to hang out. I did a lot of laundry cleaning stuff. But I feel like I've made good progress this weekend on my reading. Like, I feel accomplished. That's what matters. I really didn't read much on Friday. I listened to a chunk of The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman, which is something I started, I think, this week. I don't really remember, though, to be completely honest. And then I did read a little bit of 11/22/63, because, yes, that is still a work in progress. Didn't get much read on Friday, but, overall, I felt pretty productive because I got a bit of, like, studying done, too. And then Saturday, I did do a decent chunk. Saturday it's a little wonky. Because I didn't really read during the day Saturday because my cousin's son turned 1. So his birthday party was then, and it was at my mom's house. So I was over at my mom's for the party and whatnot. And then I came home and decided to do some sprints. Some surprise Saturday night sprints. Overall, so I got to like 103. I read like the first 7 or 8 chapters in Titan's Curse, which is a reread for me. Percy Jackson's always a reread for me. So that's pretty much all I read, and that it gets a little iffy because like my sprints ran over midnight because I started them a little after 9, and they ended at like 12:40 or something. I don't know. They got a little wonky. But that's pretty much what I did to wrap up, the week. I feel productive with my week. There were like a few days in there I didn't read. Like I didn't read on Tuesday and I didn't read on Thursday. But I don't know, overall I feel pretty productive with my reading this week, which I haven't felt very productive with that lately, so that's really great. Oh, and last night I also did some April planning. My April reset video will be out on the 4th, so that's almost done being filmed. I just need to finish up like my March wrap-up part in it and edit, and I'll be good. But I think that's gonna be probably a Tuesday plan, like the editing. I was gonna try to film the rest of it tonight, but it is like 9:40, and I'm kind of just not feeling like filming anymore tonight, so I'll probably just do it tomorrow. It's not gonna take me that long, but like, you never know. I'm kind of still in like a reading mood here, so I may go ahead and just like get ready for bed and unwind and read a good book. But I'll see you guys next week.